Am I the a-hole for telling my bridal client that the venue was double booked? I 29F and my business partner 34F run a wedding planning and coordination business. For context, we have several different packages, but it breaks down to basically A, we plan your wedding from start to finish. Or B, you plan your wedding and we are there on the day of to execute the timeline, coordinate vendors, etc., 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 to make sure the day runs smoothly and you have no stress. Here's what happened with one of our package B clients. The ceremony begins at 6 p.m. in a different area on the same property, and the bride was told that she would be the only wedding in the room that she booked on that day. Since she was the only wedding in that room that day, she would also be able to go in there prior to her ceremony to take photos, as all vendors had ample time to complete the room setup. Normally, these photos would happen during cocktail hour, but she didn't want to miss out on that, so we were trying to accommodate her. And it should have been no issue, considering she was told that she was the only wedding that day. Yesterday, we received an email from the florist stating that they couldn't gain access to the reception room. According to the venue, the room was occupied until 5:45 p.m., as there is another wedding occurring in the same room and it ends at 5:45 p.m. Normally, this would be fine, and we would simply rearrange timings and notify the vendors so that they can allocate additional personnel to account for a short setup time. So we called the client and asked if she was aware of this. We understand now that she should have called the venue first to confirm this. However, it ended up being accurate, so it wouldn't have made a difference. She was not and was incredibly upset. She and her father called the venue and apparently went off on them. The venue event specialist then called my partner and scolded her for telling the client, telling her the week of her wedding was bad, coordinating practice, and that we should have just let it go and then hung up on her without letting her speak. After speaking with my partner about this phone call, I called the event specialist myself to get a feel for what was going on from his point of view. He gave me the same treatment, would not allow me to speak, and hung up on me. Immediately after, we attempted to call the bride at 5:50 p.m., but she didn't answer. So we sent her a text to please call us, which she also did not answer. An hour later, we sent another text to the group chat we have with her and her maid of honor, her sister, asking to please call us, but neither one of them has responded. It is now noon the next day, and she still has not texted or called, and we're supposed to have our final call this evening. So, am I the a-hole for telling her that she wouldn't be able to take photos in the reception room prior to her ceremony because the venue booked another wedding during the day, where we wouldn't be able to have the room set up and completed in time? If you liked the video, please leave a like and follow for more videos.